Hello Linkzers, it's Dark Links108. Welcome back to the Golf Club 2019 Summer Swansong. Although it's getting close to not being summer at this point. But I'm still not fully done with this game, so it's still going to be called the Summer Swansong even if it goes into October. Anyways, today we're doing the North Course of the Wilmington Country Club. And I don't want to change green speed. I want to change the weather to overcast, the time of day to dawn. Wind speed medium again, and then the wind will be northwest. A lot of things going on here. And just like last time, and like what I said last time as well, I'm going to be doing pin 4 here. So here we go, let's see how this will play out, because it's been a while since I played this as well.
Hello there, my name is John, and I'd like to welcome you to the golf club. And let's get things going. Let's have a good drive here. We have a par 4 first hole. Let's do this.
First off, my thing is tangled. There we go. Alright, so we got a hole that is rather short. Here's the scorecard. I'm going to show this off before I start. This is the yardages of the North Course here at Wilmington Country Club in Wilmington, Delaware. The thing to note is a very short par 5. Yeah, under 500 yards for all pins, which means it's probably uphill. And then we have... Yeah, so I think the North Course is older than the South Course because of the short par 5. Okay, so here we go. Let's see how this first shot is. Not terrible. Not a terrible first shot since after I stopped playing it. It is about the furthest I can go, though. It's a good thing the wind was against me here.
All right, let's see how he does.
Okay, so the wind... Here I am, I think, using a 2-wood. Or a hybrid of some kind. Because the wind was helping me. Okay. This spin isn't too bad, but I do need to do a... I guess it's going to have to be that. Went a bit left, but that's okay. There we go. Yeah, I think the North Course here at Wilmington Country Club is older than the South one because of the shorter distances. That was not ideal. I don't know what happened there. But there we go.
And if this drops, you'll get your birdie here.
Okay, so...
Ooh.
A bit too much adjustment. Not too bad yet, but yeah, which is a bit unfortunate, but yeah.
And a decent little putt to end this one.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice way to start things out, even par.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, hole number 2. Let's see what you can do here.
Hole 2. The wind is now going left to right, and that would actually be kind of helpful here. Well, I didn't hit it. That stroke, boy. This is going all over the place. Well, at least it got out of the deep rough.
All right, let's see how he does here on this hole.
Here I am basically do the same thing, cutting over, but I don't... Actually, no, I got a good bounce. Okay, so my Ghost is doing a bit better, but that makes sense because I was doing a lot of golf spins earlier in the summer.
You could have worse lies. There are worse lies on the course than this. This one's in the first cut.
Yeah, and it actually isn't too bad either. This is like a really good lie, despite being in the rough. So here we go. Let's see what my ghost does. Oh, I would have been really good if the pin was in pin 1. Wow, okay.
Okay, 20 feet to the cup.
Left, right, and it goes... Yeah, I need to hit it a bit hard. Okay, maybe not that hard.
Ooh, right by the hole.
But, there we go.
6-foot putt for him.
Damn. Okay.
Here we go, 4 par. Well done. And you'll stay right at even par after that hole.
So now my ghost starts. I mean, kind of makes sense because I haven't played in a bit.
Here we go. Let's pop this in the fairway.
394 yards. Says a 2 wood, but I'm going to use the driver. Aim that way. Here we go. Mmm. Gonna get a good bounce, I think. It was not the best bounce.
He's got 110 yards to go here. Let's see what happens.
So, yeah. This is unfortunately not that great. Even with the wind, I'm going to have to use a sand wedge to make up the distance. Yeah, there we go. Even that wasn't too much.
Nice. For the birdie.
Well, very much left to right, so I need to aim it like here, I think. That was not, it's shockingly not enough. Okay.
Here's his 6-foot putt.
Ha! I missed that one. Good. That's always good.
And here he goes. Putting for par here. All right, nice little 2-foot putt.
Yeah, but I still need to adjust. There we go.
Decent little putt there. Staying at even par.
Oh, yeah. Hole 4, 404-yard par 4. If the stroke index was 4, that would have been hilarious. And doing a slice. Going very much downhill. And easily achieving 300 yards. Okay. Can I do the same thing?
Coming off a par on the last one. Let's see what happens here.
Well, the wind is helping a little bit, but so I don't need to do nearly as much of a fade.
Whoa, you smashed that.
That is about what I wanted. Yeah, and then it's gonna get admittedly not the best bounce, but it gets a good roll here. Look at this, about where my other ball was. Okay. Somehow my ghost is farther away from the pin than I am. That makes 0 sense. And then I overshot the green. Just barely. Wow. Oh yeah, I see why. Okay. Okay. Aim that way, and here we go. I'm just gonna go with this and see what happens.
Ooh, looking good, looking good.
That's amazing.
This is an insanely long putt for this guy. I don't know what's going to go down.
I don't think I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
Here we go. Drop this one for birdie.
Yeah, so this just goes like this.
Nice putt.
There we go.
And let's see, he's setting up now. 2-footer. Okay, 1 under for the round.
One second. Alright.
Okay, par 5 here.
Yeah, here's that short par 5. It is a bit uphill, but it is also not really going to affect too much. So here we go.
So far, so good for this one. And let's see how he does on this hole.
Alright, here we go. Here it is going left and not going as far as I wanted it evidently.
And let's see what he does here. He's got around 210 to the pin.
Oh boy, that's going all the way over there. I guess I'll use a 7-iron and then just use high loft-ish and aim that way a bit more. See what happens. It's a bit short. And it somehow went all the way into a sand trap. Okay. Well, that's a good, really good recovery though. Look at that.
He's got a 3-footer here. And this putt for the birdie.
Alright. Do that and go.
Well done. And after that hole, you'll bring your score down to 2 under.
Okay.
Okay, hole number 6.
Hole 6. I don't know why I should. Yeah, I'm gonna use a driver, aim, do a bit of a fade. Here we go.
This one looks pretty safe.
And there we go.
He's ready to let her rip here. Let's see what he does.
Okay. Now this, I should probably use a 9-iron and a high loft again. This time because I want the wind to catch it. And there we go. That's about what I wanted.
Good stuff.
That shot was not as nice. So.
11 feet to the cup for him.
I made it though.
Here we go. This one for birdie. Nice.
There we go. Yay.
And after that one, you've brought your score down to 3 under.
Here we go. Continue on.
Okay, this is hole number 7 on the tee. Let's do this.
We got a first par 3, which is actually kind of surprising at this point. But there we go. Par 3. No, I want a 7-iron and aim this way because the hybrid is gonna be too much. I should have tested this before I did this, but here we go. This is very much short. It isn't in the sand trap. Okay.
And he's ready to tee off here. Let's see how this goes.
Maybe we should have kept with the original club then. That was a much better shot than what I did. Okay. Alright.
Little 6-footer here, nothing too scary.
And there we go.
And dropping her in the hole for bogey. All right, he's putting this one for birdie.
Exact opposite of what I did in this hole last time.
Sitting at 2 under for the round.
Wow. My ghost is starting out. The 8th hole, here we go.
All right, next stop. Let's hope for some fairway.
And driver. Not too much of an issue. Not much to say here. Well, that's a really bad hit. Really bad strike is what I did. But there we go. Yeah, let's go with that. That's a bit fast. It went off the green. There's a tiny car there. How has this happened?
Looks like he's got around 8 feet to the cup.
Wow, I made it. Okay. Of course I did.
Solid stroke there. Good job.
That almost didn't go in.
2 under for the round.
The ninth hole, par 3. Here we go. Oh. Well, that shot was very short. Look at that.
Okay, it's time to send this ball on its way.
Now this. Okay, it's time for me to test. Will the 4-iron be too long? Well, I don't know if that's going to be that great because it's slow. Oh, yeah, it's definitely too long. Like, very much too long. Okay. And that's where they're going slow. So, go back to the hybrid then. Okay.
Nice. Well, he's got a long putt. Not sure what's going to go down here.
Ha 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 ha.
All right, 12-footer here.
Hey, I did it.
Great putt in there for the bird.
There we go.
All right, this next putt's for his par.
Yay. I got birdie again.
Very solid round after 9. Looking fantastic.
I got a bogey, my little ghost didn't.
Nice bird on that last hole. Let's see another one.
Here's another par 5. A short one. I'm going to aim this way.
So far, so good for this one.
There's a windmill over here. Look at this.
And he's ready to let her rip. Let's see how this hole goes.
Actually, hang on. I have a better idea.
Right around 230 yards to go here.
Okay. Okay, so definitely not 2 wood. So I'm gonna go with a 4 wood, aim it at the tree. Let's see what happens. Actually, I might go a bit further. Here we go. Only because the slope's already going that way. So yeah. Well, I'm not gonna be in a sand trap. At least I don't think so. Well, I'm in deep rough. Okay.
Well, let's see how he gets out of this one.
Okay, I'm gonna use the gap wedge here. Oh. Okay. I thought I was gonna roll down.
All right, here we go for the birdie.
I got it. Nice.
Nicely done with the long putt. Okay, so that'll keep you at 4 under for the round.
There you go.
Keep an eye on that wind. Could come into play on this hole.
Alright, the 11th hole, another short. Well, and another short par 3. It's a par 3. It's a typical length par 3, actually. Except that I need to do a high lot, I think. No, it was low loft. That's what I needed. But I am on the green at the very least. There we go.
Sweet. And he's ready to tee off. Let's see what he has. And we're putting from about 28 feet out.
Headley. Oh my gosh, I got it. Again.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Well, this is a long putt. What are the odds? What do you think?
Well, I've already improved up to my score that I had with my ghost. But my ghost also made that putt, so that's not ideal.
That hole bring things down to 5 under for you. Par 4 here. Let's have a nice clean drive.
Okay, the 12th. You can see where the edge of the map is. Right over there. Now, this is interesting because if you have wind going this way, you go into the putting green. And I don't want to go to the putting green. So I need to aim it. I need to do a draw shot. That's basically where I wanted it. It gets bounced onto the fairway, so that's good. And there we go.
Very nice. He's ready to tee off. Let's see what happens here with him.
Okay. So this is interesting because it's downhill a little bit, but the wind's also against me. So yeah. High loft. No, I didn't get the best bounce, but it is kind of close.
Nice.
Well, that was a very unfortunate and more typical chip shot I normally end up doing. So there we go.
And he's got a 12-foot putt in front of him here. Here we go. This putt for birdie.
This is a very sloped green right here.
Sweet.
There we go. I did it.
6 under for the round.
Now I've tied my ghost.
Nice solid birdie on that last hole. We got another birdie in the works here.
Okay. So I don't think you need to change anything else. Let's go.
Nice. Here we go. Let's see what this guy does. I'd say it's about 120 yards or so to the pin from here.
Okay. I'm going to aim it there and see what happens. Very similar placement. It's a bit short.
Okay, you're on the green with a whole lot of work to do.
Okay.
Okay, looks like about 18 feet from here.
Okay. 18 feet, but it is fairly straight. I don't think I need to change too much, honestly, because maybe like that.
Get in the hole, get in the hole, get in the hole.
There we go.
This next putt is for the bird. Let's see how he does.
Okay, yeah, these putts are a lot better than last time. I mean, look at this one. This didn't even make it. Wow. So now I'm better than my ghost. It took a bit, but I did it.
And that'll keep you at 7 under for the round. Nice bird on that last hole. Let's see another one.
Okay. So... Okay, so if I aim it here and then do another draw shot, I should be okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's pretty good. Almost drove the entire hole.
And he's just about ready to tee off. Let's see how he does.
I am doing the exact same thing. And I was even closer. It was even more ridiculous there. But yeah. The gap wedge might actually be useful here. Okay, well maybe not if it's fast. Like, holy crap.
Okay, 20 feet to the cup.
Probably about there, I think. That's a bit too fast.
Ooh.
But it was basically what I wanted. Just a bit too fast.
He's got about a 3-footer here. All right, this one for par.
Wow, yeah, okay.
And a decent little putt to end this one. 7 under for the round. Okay, let's see what happens here on this par 4. Let's go ahead and drop this one into the fairway and take it from there.
Indeed.
Oh, liking this one.
Alright, let's see what happens. Bonk.
And he's ready to go. Let's see how this hole goes for him.
There we go.
And he's about 125 out. Let's see what he does.
No, that one's going nowhere near the green. It bounced into a sand trap. This one, on the other hand, that's not going to be long enough, so I'm going to use the sand. I will use a gap wedge. 90%. Ooh, that is wow. That amount of power is not. And that amount of difference is ridiculous. Okay.
Nice.
Ooh, yes.
Perfect.
A chip into the
And
hole.
hopefully he can deal
Look at
with
that.
a little sand shot here.
I used to be really good at that when 5 years ago when I did the Golf Club 2019. I was really good at chipping into the hole. I was even better.
He's got a 10-foot putt here.
I was even better on the original Golf Club because the original Golf Club was very janky. But that was one thing I mastered on that game.
And that'll keep you at 8 under for this round. 16th hole coming up.
Wow, talk about the easy par 3. It even has fairway. Now, I don't know about this. This is going to be too long. This is going to overshoot it because of the wind and because it's a bit under my feet. But the 7-iron is a big gap. I don't know if the wind could be enough. Let's find out. Okay, definitely. Okay, it will make it. That's all I needed to know. That's basically the same shot I just did. There we go.
Sweet. He's looking ready to roll. Let's see how he does on this hole.
I stopped that, okay. Oh, jeez.
All right, this putt for the birdie.
Alright. Another great putt. These are insane.
That was absolutely fine putting.
I don't know what's going on here, but the putting in this game is ridiculously good.
Okay, so that'll keep you at 9 under for the round.
I don't mean like in terms of how it works. I mean like this particular round.
Par 4 here. Let's have a nice clean drive.
Well, here is a very straightforward par 4. Here we go. Wow, I shanked it. But it's still okay. Alrighty then. Okay.
Good stuff. All right, interested to see what he has in store for us here.
I don't know what the shadows are doing over there, but they're definitely not acting normal. Okay. Oh, now what? Okay. This is a somewhat challenging pin, actually. Oh boy. There we go.
Sweet. Okay, 20 feet to the cup.
I'm still going. I don't even think my other ghost is even on the green yet, so I was confused. Oh, well, that's pretty good though.
Okay, he's setting up for birdie here. Let's see what happens.
Well, my ghost made the birdie, so he's gonna
All
start
right, nice
the last.
little 2-foot putt.
My ghost will start the very last hole this round.
Well done.
We'll start the very last hole.
Sitting at 9 under for the round.
It's the longest hole in the entire, on this entire course here, the north course. 545-yard par 5. Apparently easily reachable in 2. Which is why the stroke index is 18. And we have the golf path. You have the cart path right there.
Let's put this drive in the fairway.
Which I could hit, but the way it's set up isn't really going to be too helpful. So, yeah. Well, I'm probably getting there anyways. Let's find out. Yeah, the cart path straight into deep rough. No!
Ooh, no good. He's setting up around 250 yards out.
Not ideal. I actually didn't want to go in the cart path. And the two wood did make it into. And this was an incredible eagle putt, so oh boy. If I can somehow make it over here, that's gonna be crazy. Let's see if I can get somewhat close. Ugh.
That's all right.
Well,
Let's just have another whack at this.
That's my answer. I'm not getting
And it looks
closer.
like we have about 135 yards or so to go.
And my entire game's ruined.
Someone's looking dialed.
Well,
Nice approach on the green. Well done. Okay, this one to save par.
if I can keep even like 8 under after this is gonna be insane.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there we go.
This next putt is for his eagle.
I mean, if I somehow missed the eagle on that, I would have been crazy. But no, I made it.
Okay, setting up for the bogey.
Right at the end, I mess up the hole, and now
Decent little putt there.
I'm not beating my ghost. Damn.
Ending off a fantastic round of 8 under today. All right, thanks for playing, and we'll see you next time.
There we go. So that concludes this particular round. Next up will be, and this is also the last course that I'll be doing, as far as I can tell, which will be something I've seen, something that is user created on this game. I'll be going to user created courses in 2K25 eventually, but that won't be for another few months to a year at this point. And next up is TPC Boston. And after TPC Boston, it's going to be all these fictional courses down here, because all these aren't real courses. I think 2K25 doesn't even have a fictional course at this point. I think they're all real. All these do not exist in 2K25. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So thank you, Linksters, for watching me play some of the Golf Club 2019. I will see you links later.